I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this here, please.
This is a beautiful house, my man. How many square feet is this?
A little bit over 20,000 square feet. 3 or 4 levels.
Money Mayweather, seems appropriate that you would be living in Vegas.
My mentality is always about, working smarter, not harder.
Floyd Mayweather, once hailed as the pinnacle of both boxing greatness and financial success, may now be facing a very different reality. Recent developments have raised serious concerns, with Stephen A. Smith casting doubt on the strength of Mayweather's financial empire. Could the undefeated legend be battling his most formidable foe yet? A financial collapse? Let's take a closer look at the $42 million controversy that's sending shockwaves through the boxing community.
The $1 Million Garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. It's close to 15 million. You're right, it's close to 15 million.
And you don't drive them.
Floyd Mayweather has built his image over the years as the top-earning athlete in the world, frequently highlighting his 9-figure payouts whenever he makes the news.
You did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
But now a prominent voice from the combat sports arena is challenging that entire storyline. Former UFC title challenger and current analyst Chael Sonnen has labeled it one of the biggest deceptions in sports marketing history, implying that Mayweather's supposed 9-figure fight earnings may have been exaggerated or even fabricated.
This phrase, fake news.
Yeah.
Why is he saying that? What does that even mean? You can trust the news. There's no such thing as fake. People were dressed up as empty seats, and I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And I go, it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much full. This isn't, there's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote.
While Mayweather showcased luxury watches, private jets, and what appeared to be massive bank receipts, Chael Sonnen points out that the concrete financial evidence was never really there. No official statements from broadcasters, no third-party confirmations, just flashy headlines.
It's that press release and sends it out. What? Never has a company that's publicly traded had an executive back those numbers.
This leads to a tough question. Was Mayweather's empire truly built on real earnings, or was it fueled by hype, ego, and expert PR? Chael Sonnen isn't the only one raising doubts. Legal battles, unpaid debts for luxury goods, and a lawsuit tied to a crypto controversy have all begun to chip away at the money persona. For years, Floyd Mayweather symbolized unbeatable wealth in the boxing world. A man who didn't just live in luxury but branded himself around it, turning money into his identity. But beneath the surface of private jets and million-dollar shopping sprees, signs of trouble are emerging, and they're becoming visible faster than anyone predicted. While no one has officially declared Mayweather broke, whispers are growing, louder. Even Oscar de la Hoya, once a fierce rival, later a hesitant supporter, has started to acknowledge the shift. A man who once defended Mayweather in public recently admitted that the illusion may be fading.
To stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Coming from a veteran promoter who understands both the sport and the business behind it, De La Hoya's comments went beyond simple criticism. They sounded like a financial eulogy. The lawsuits over unpaid jewelry, whispers of asset troubles, and an increasing string of exhibition bouts all point to the same thing. Mayweather's so-called billion-dollar empire may not be as unshakable as it once seemed. And the fact that De La Hoya, a man who once stood in the ring as Mayweather's fierce opponent, is now expressing concern rather than rivalry, says more than any financial document could. Yet the twist in this story is that Mayweather didn't remain quiet. As De La Hoya publicly expressed what seemed like concern, Floyd responded by reminding the public of their history. In Mayweather's eyes, questions about money and integrity aren't one-sided. He's long suggested that De La Hoya's own business dealings might not be so spotless either.
Helped built this guy up. He was fighting on my undercard. He was the co-main. We helped build this guy up. And you know what Oscar De La Hoya do? You know what Mr. Loyal Oscar De La Hoya do? I'm sorry, Miss Disloyal Oscar De La Hoya do? He take him right over to HBO and cut a deal with HBO. And when he cut the deal, he got money, but I bet Canelo didn't see none. But these are the things that people don't know about in a sport.
For a man who made his name by showcasing extreme wealth, this situation isn't just about Canelo or old business rivalries. Mayweather has been hinting at a deeper pattern, one involving undisclosed deals, off-the-record payments, and financial maneuvering behind the scenes. Ironically, those same tactics now appear to be at the heart of multiple lawsuits, lingering, debts, and quiet asset liquidations. And it's not just financial analysts or retired legends sounding the alarm. Even fighters from his era, including some who've stood toe-to-toe with him, are beginning to challenge the myth. Logan Paul, who stepped into the ring with Mayweather in a high-profile exhibition, is still publicly demanding payment he claims was never delivered. His frustration was anything but subtle, making it clear he believes there's more to the story than fans were ever told.
I got paid, just not in full. Like a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got a jet. Fuck, dude. I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. I'll see you in court. The art is happening. It's like, mark my words, we're coming for you, Floyd. We're coming for your millions.
A legal battle, missing millions, and yet another blow to the Money Mayweather image. What began as a flashy boxing exhibition has turned into a financial chase. And Logan Paul isn't alone. His case highlights a growing concern. Are the numbers behind Mayweather's wealth really as solid as they've appeared? When fighters are forced to pursue their payments through the courts, it raises a tough but necessary question. Has Mayweather's financial empire already begun to unravel? Yet true to form, Mayweather didn't shy away. As Logan pressed forward with his lawsuit, claiming he never received the full amount owed from their bout, Floyd responded in typical fashion, deflecting blame, pointing fingers at the business, sighed, and dismissing the controversy as if it were pocket change. Mayweather's calm dismissal of the lawsuit painted it as just another part of routine business. However, the timing told a different story. From unpaid fighters to jewelers taking legal action and whispers of asset sales, it seems Floyd's financial stronghold is facing pressure from all sides. No matter how carefully he plays the game, the mounting list of people still waiting for their money can't be ignored. Logan's accusations give fans a rare glimpse behind the scenes of Mayweather's business operations. For years, Floyd wasn't just raking in money inside the ring, he was controlling the financial flow surrounding it. From buying up entire sections of tickets before they were even available to the public, to flipping them for huge profits, Mayweather's hustle was about more than just the fights themselves.
He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them. 3, 4, 5x. And it's
What initially seemed like a smart business move gradually morphed into allegations of broken promises, unpaid returns, and ongoing courtroom battles. Logan's statements reflect a troubling pattern that's becoming harder to overlook. A growing number of fighters, investors, and partners are still waiting for Mayweather to pay up. While Mayweather's public persona remains centered around private jets and luxury shopping sprees, the cracks in his money empire are becoming more apparent. This time, however, the accusations aren't coming from journalists or disgruntled ex-promoters. They're coming from the very people who've shared the ring with him. Logan Paul, who participated in one of the most watched exhibition bouts of the decade with Mayweather, revealed that the true fight didn't end when the final bell rang. It only began after the cameras turned off. And according to Logan, the paycheck that was promised has yet to materialize.
Lawsuit, he had an investor pay $1.4 million in total for this section, and the investor was promised that the seats would sell at I think a 7 to 8x multiple, and he expected a return on his investment. And sure enough, he didn't get his initial investment back. He's strung along. He gets like $100K here and there, strung along, not getting paid. Now his investment allegedly is being rolled into Floyd's alleged fight with Manny Pacquiao, and so the investors being strung along on this thing, and eventually, like us, it's like, yo, we're simply not getting paid in full. Like, we've been fucking dragged along for way too long now. And this guy finally filed a lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather. So that's the one that's actually active and pending. And
the moment Logan's comments went viral, the illusion of Mayweather's untouchable wealth began to crack even further. This wasn't just another bitter promoter or an old rival making off-the-record claims. This was a man who had shared the ring with him, shaken hands, and signed the same contracts. Mayweather, ever the embodiment of confidence and unabashed about his extravagant lifestyle, continues to assert that, despite public opinions or criticisms, his success remains undeniable. His words serve as a constant reminder of the wealth he's amassed and the empire he's built through a combination of hard work and sharp business instincts. Hasn't arrived.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking it to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison.
These statements aren't just a show of bravado, they're a testament to the fact that, despite the obstacles he's faced both in and out of the ring, Mayweather remains a financial powerhouse. His lifestyle continues to be the envy of many, not only within the sports world, but beyond. While Floyd Mayweather continues to thrive financially and maintain his dominance in boxing, not everyone agrees with his recent choices. Critics, including Stephen A. Smith, have been outspoken about his decision to take on exhibition fights against non-boxers, particularly the highly publicized Logan Paul match. In Smith's view, Floyd is putting his legendary status at risk by stepping into the ring with individuals who don't belong there, thus diminishing the value of his illustrious career. For Smith, Mayweather's actions are a prime example of someone prioritizing money over preserving their legacy.
You are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather. Everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
While Stephen A. Smith acknowledges that Floyd's ability to generate income is unparalleled, he criticizes the idea of engaging in matches that don't highlight genuine boxing talent. In Smith's eyes, exhibition bouts with individuals like Logan Paul, who lack a true boxing background, are damaging to Mayweather's legacy and undermine the integrity of the sport. Smith believes Floyd has already proven everything he needs to in the ring and should focus on preserving his legendary status, rather than participating in headline-grabbing fights that don't add to his legacy. They say the higher you climb, the harder you fall. For Floyd Mayweather, that fall might already be underway, just out of the public eye. The man who once flaunted his millions, counting cash on camera like it was confetti, now finds himself surrounded by lawsuits, unpaid debts, and rumors of a financial empire crumbling from within. For years, Mayweather sold the world on the image of being untouchable, the king of pay-per-view, the master of luxury, the man who turned boxing into a billion-dollar industry. But what if the money was never really there? What if the private jets, diamond chains, and flashy bank statements were nothing more than props in the greatest financial illusion the fight world has ever known?
But it's happening. Yeah, 50 Cent is pretty much exposing the fact that Floyd Mayweather is having issues, but it was not 50 that started it. It was actually Business Insider.
They got Floyd here. It says Floyd Mayweather is stepping into Manhattan's multi-family ring in a big way. The retired boxer has gone into a contract to pay $420 million for a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio with more than 60 buildings, according to sources familiar to the deal. Josh Gotti of Black Spruce Management is the seller, and Black Spruce Magazine declined comment. It says also here that the investor partnered with Maynard Orchard on a $1.8 billion deal for 1,766 units spanning 6 rental buildings and in acquisition of the American Cooper Building, twin luxury towers in Murray Hills with the view of the...
The $42 million scandal isn't just another headline, it's a warning. Beneath the designer suits and carefully curated Instagram posts, the reality of Floyd Mayweather's so-called fortune is beginning to emerge, and this time. No amount of PR can shield the money brand from the threat of collapse. If you thought the $42 million scandal was the end of the story, think again. The deeper this situation unfolds, the uglier the truth becomes. Behind all the polished social media images and private jet photo shoots, the real Floyd may just be a victim of his own ego, a man so consumed by appearing wealthy that he forgot how to actually stay wealthy. And when Stephen A. Smith starts publicly questioning your financial reality on national TV, it's no longer just the critics speaking out. It's a clear sign that the walls are starting to close in. Floyd Mayweather didn't just sell boxing matches. He sold the fantasy of untouchable wealth. But once you strip away the designer watches and flashy bank statements, all that remains is a man who might be running out of time, luck, and, by the looks of these lawsuits, money. The $42 million scam wasn't just a poor business decision. It could have been the final blow to the Money Mayweather myth. What do you think? Is Mayweather's financial empire finally falling apart? Or has he been playing the world all along? Share your thoughts in the comments below.